Alvin will edit all of this, it doesn't matter. Well, welcome back to HM&E Review Things. We have a first today. We're going to review Oscar fashion. Oscar fashion. This is not my wheelhouse, so I've invited Tanya and Jax to help me with this. I love the Oscars in the sense I love movies, but I have no idea about fashion. So ladies, maybe you can help me a little bit. What did you think of the Oscars, first of all? Did you watch the show? Did you enjoy it?
I'll be honest, I don't watch the Oscars, but I would see things on social media about it. Yeah, I know it's a big deal.
I know you watch them.
I watched them this year. I don't know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I usually like, whenever there are award shows or big events, I do like looking online what everyone was wearing if I'm not watching it, but yeah. It was good. It was long.
I feel like there are two audiences the Oscars hitting. You know, one is the movie crowd and they really enjoy all the entertainment part of it, and then the other is fashion, right? Mm-hmm. It's a huge fashion event, probably the fashion event of the year, and it's interesting because this year they had a big deal with this cream carpet, and it changed the way fashion was presented. Mm-hmm. So I guess if we're talking about fashion, they always have top 5 worst and top 5 best outfits. Were there any standouts to you? Standouts, and we'll have them on the screen when do post-production.
Like stand out bad or stand out good?
Well, why don't we go with good first, since we're positive
Let
people.
Me look at my notes.
Good first.
My one of them that stood out the most to me was actually Lady Gaga's.
Oh yeah.
Her Versace black dress.
Mm-hmm.
It had like I think a drop waist.
Mm-hmm.
Skirt.
I have it somewhere here.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I think that's the most memorable one for me.
I
really, really liked it immediately. The only thing I don't like is the back, because the back is, you can't see it here, but the back like shows the top of her butt. And I was like, that's a little much.
Well, I've always been impressed with Lady Gaga because she went without makeup to sing the song for Top Gun,
right?
And she went with a grunge look, and then so she did really 2 outfits that night, right? And she did a great performance. I love that song. Yeah. Any other standouts? What about you, Jax?
Yeah, I really liked Halle Bailey's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Little Mermaid.
Really. Yeah, I've never seen her like in anything, but she really looks like a Disney princess.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they're going.
They definitely went for that, right? Even her hair is really nice.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, she was an Ariel.
She's Ariel.
She's Ariel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. She looks exactly like a Disney princess. Yeah.
Like the Tiffany blue.
Yeah, I like the corset top, and like it's all tulle and everything looks very like light and like feathery and nice. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it was like very innovative, but I just thought she looked really pretty. Yeah.
But speaking of that, I mean, how do you judge, Oscar fashion? I'm not a fashion expert, but what appeals to your eyes automatically? Because I think when you watch it, certain dresses are like, wow, that looks good, or ooh, that doesn't really work for some reason. What are the things that you look for?
I think one of them is I look for the cutting of the clothes. I think like how it fits. That's how you can tell the difference between something really, like, something that's made from a cheap, like, brand. So just, like, how it fits on the person. Creativity is one, too. Mm-hmm. But people take that a little too far sometimes, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, similarly, I think a big thing for me is just, like, my gut reaction of, do I like it or not? I think the cutting is a big thing, like whether it seems to like fit the person or like overwhelm them, or whether it looks sloppy. And then also like I look for the color and whether it complements the person or not. Like I found that there were a lot of really beautiful outfits, but like it didn't seem to match. It didn't like look good on the person wearing it.
Right. I mean, if you were giving an example, I think for me, a standout was Emily Blunt's dress.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
She was the first presenter, and I could immediately tell like it looked good. I don't know if it's cut or the makeup with the dress, but it looked very elegant. It looked stylish. It looked classic. Yeah. And for me, I mean, not that I'm an expert, but I look for sort of this word simplicity. Like it doesn't have to be over the top. Sometimes the dresses are over the top, but she looked great, I think.
Yeah. The one, with Emily Blunt, she looked really good. I felt like her outfit was very simple,
Yeah.
Classic, good cutting, very clean. But I
Yeah.
really liked her makeup and her accessories. She had these, I think, like these pink, like long dangling earrings. So that looked really good with something very simple. So that's one of the ones that stood out. I also think that she just looks good all the time.
Yeah, I think that
Like,
she's beautiful.
So pretty.
Yeah.
She is. Any fashion disasters? Like things that just didn't really work.
Oh, I really didn't like. One I really didn't like was like I think it was Riz Ahmed's.
Yes. Yeah, it was bad.
Can I
It
see
looked
it?
like he looks like Pitbull picked out his outfit.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
It was.
It's different. I get it.
I think go with for the men. You know, you can't go too far. Like I think
It's hard.
obviously the good looks this year were like Austin Butler. I think looked good. You know, Michael B. Jordan, of course, always looks
really
good.
Double-breasted suit.
Right. I think Pedro Pascal looked good with Mandarin collar, and it was simple, a little bit different. But most guys just wear like a black suit with the bow tie, like Miles Teller did, a very classic look. I actually liked Idris Elba's look. The
Yes.
blue,
blue
and
suit.
he always looks good in everything.
Yeah.
But you know, he looks good. But you can't really miss, except for Riz Ahmed here.
Yeah.
He didn't really look great with this over the top collar. So he was one of the misses. I hate to say it, but I'm not sure if I was a big fan of The Rock's look. I mean, I love The Rock.
I
That's
don't
what I
like
was
the
thinking
color. Did not look
too.
good on him. Like
I
this
think-
pink weird.
Yes.
color.
Also, like the shine was really off for me. Like
Yeah.
he's so big already that it was like it was too much shine.
Right.
The Rock's known
Yeah.
for sort of over the top kind of color schemes when it comes to some fashion events. That's his style, but sometimes it's better to go with maybe all black or all navy or something like that.
Yeah,
you
I just
know?
felt
Yeah.
just the color was off. Like
The
maybe
color
another
was
nice color. If it
off.
was dulled, maybe it would be like I think it would be more palatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just
Or
didn't
like,
look good.
If it was black silk and it was just part of the suit, I don't know. The salmon is really throwing me off.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's a disaster per se, but I did not really like this one.
Oh, Florence Pugh. I was thinking about that
her
too. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're aligned. I felt that this one was like, it was trying to be something very unique and creative, but it just looks like it didn't look very clean. It looked
I
like
agree.
two pieces shoved together. Right? She has like kind of like a bathing suit, and then you shove something,
Yeah.
drapery over it. So
Yeah.
it didn't really
It's like
look.
kinda
But she's a
missing
beautiful actress.
She is.
Yes.
She-
I think it had a lot of potential, and like I know this is the one that a lot of people on social media were
Hounding her.
hounding her on. But I wish there wasn't that cut in the middle. I wish it was just all dress, because I think that the dramatic the drama of it would have been really nice,
Right.
And if it was just cleaner with no booty shorts underneath, and
I think it's a
Yeah.
skirt, but yeah, it looks like booty shorts.
oh, it does look
Yeah.
like it's not a
yeah.
Oh, booty
Apparently,
shorts.
yeah.
I mean,
but it looks like it.
there was
Yeah.
one who's I don't know if she's a star, but there was one total fashion disaster, which was the person that had the big hat. You see it, and she was covering about six
She
people's
was-
view of
yeah.
the Oscars.
Who was it?
I forgot. Thames. Her name's Thames. So, like, yeah, she had this huge, like, veil standing up. I remember watching it, I was like, wait, how are the people behind me?
It's not. I would not even say it's a bad outfit, but a very selfish outfit, where
So
you're
funny.
blocking the view of about six people who worked their entire lives to be there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, like, maybe there's no one sitting behind her. Like, because maybe they...
No, there were definitely people sitting
I
behind.
think there's a clip of somebody, I think there's a clip of, like, this woman going...
I would be
carrying
like,
over
please
her
take that hat off because you're ruining
But
my
it's
entire
part, I
night.
think it's part of the dress. I don't think she
Oh,
took it
that's
off.
terrible.
But yeah,
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I think
Well-
she responded to that too, but I don't know I forgot what she said. Yeah.
I would say
was
Mindy Kaling. I didn't really like this Vera Wang dress.
No.
Something about it didn't work for me.
It's underwhelming.
Ooh.
In general, I will say, I don't know, in my opinion, I found that the Oscars this year in terms of wardrobe was very underwhelming. I didn't like, I don't know, some stuff was just kind of like, oh, okay, like not a lot really stood out. And a lot of people, I saw a lot of white gowns.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know, it felt like there were so many white, like solid white gowns.
Also, I think because of this champagne carpet.
Oh, yeah, that
like
really throws things
I
off.
noticed it more when people were wearing white or cream, and it just looked bad together, like with the cream carpet.
My guess is they're going to go back to red
I think they should.
because of all these fashion controversies. You can't wear certain things with this beigey background.
Yeah.
It eliminates a lot of
It
choices.
doesn't just look like a plain floor too. It just looks like a dirty floor.
I think the reason was
dirty floor.
The reason was something about
They had it
sunlight,
before.
right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was like they usually didn't look good. I don't know, something about they had to put a tent over it so they didn't, something like that. I don't know.
It was brought out in like a really like another like Oscar year of Oscars, right? So they just
Yeah, I think they'll go back to red. I'm almost
it's
certain.
probably like once in a while, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think when I think about it, when I picture in my head, if they had a red carpet, it would have been like way nicer, I think.
Yes, and I think the white and cream outfits would have looked better.
Better? Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Any other standouts for you, or things that good or not so good?
Honestly, the after party Oscar outfits were way better.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I
the
mean, I
Vanity
didn't
Fair.
see that.
Yeah. That's like a different topic. But
Anyway.
those ones were really nice.
I mean, honestly, I didn't even notice some of the people that I'm scrolling through. Obviously, you're looking at most of the time was on the Everything Everywhere Else cast, at once cast, because Michelle Yeoh I think looked good. She always almost looks good because she has very good fashion sense, but I think she looked good.
But she was
Jamie
like-
Lee Curtis I think looked good.
I know.
Michelle Yeoh, like her outfit was like
It was. She looked beautiful. It just
Yeah,
was
she looked
very
really
like.
She,
Like,
I think she was
really
going
plain.
for sort of
Something
a
simple.
simple outfit.
But it wasn't like there's simple blah and there's simple like wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, did you like Jamie Lee Curtis's outfit? That was shown a lot because she won.
Yeah.
Again, I thought it was okay. Like it was a very
pretty blah.
safe choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Just like
And I think that's her. She's been going with a little bit more safer.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if it's a safe choice, but it's
Yeah.
it's a simple choice.
Yeah.
And but she was obviously showcased a lot. I think
saw her live.
yeah. I mean, I think Brendan Fraser looked good in his suit. There's a lot of
I really like this one.
That girl.
I
don't know who she is.
Fan Bing Bing. Like the green sleeves. I think this is an example of I guess what Florence Pugh's
Yeah, it could
outfit
have been. It could have
because
been.
it's the big taffeta like
It's
I don't
the
know.
sleeves and then
poof.
like the flare out, but
Yes.
this looks much cleaner.
a lot of good nice contrast. The green looks really great on her very fair skin.
very fair skin.
Yeah, but
extremely
then
fair.
because if you think about it, if they took out those green parts, it would be so plain, and like the dress, which is beautiful, would have been washed out with her
True.
skin.
True.
But
You
then
know
they add
what?
that green is just
I kind of wish she was wearing a black dress.
really
Yeah, I kind of
looks
wish she was
nice.
wearing
Okay.
black
Yeah.
with the green on it. But,
Right.
That
To
would, I
match,
still
to
think
match her
it's,
hair.
Yeah, because right now she looks really washed out.
she does.
Her skin is very fair. It's almost
Yeah.
it blends into the background.
Classic
Yeah.
Chinese.
But yeah, I thought that was an example of like dramatic, trying to be unique, but it kind of worked for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Hong Chao in Prada
Yeah.
looked pretty good. I think the complexion looks good. I mean, there's a lot of ones that I think did work, even though they weren't really, showcased a lot. But
Yeah.
they did work.
Yeah, I
mean,
loved hers. I loved her like the traditional. It's like a traditional dress, or it's like a play on the traditional Vietnamese dress. Chinese
Yeah.
dress, whatever.
I feel. I mean,
So much better there.
yeah, exactly. In this photo, there's a lot
you
of.
see the silver one.
It's so interesting because there's so many. I mean, there's got to be so much pressure. For these designers and these
Yeah.
actors to pick this outfit, or else you
Yeah.
get slammed on social media, or you get
Yeah.
praised, and your
Yeah.
career advances because of some of these choices, or you become a meme forever. So I mean, they're good for them for thinking it through. I mean, every piece of that wardrobe is thought through quite carefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other things that you want to add to this conversation?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's very subjective because I've also watched other fashion videos where like they've been like, oh, this is a really nice outfit, or this was a very terrible outfit, and I disagreed.
Yeah.
I think it's really subjective.
It's a lot about like palatability too. I mean, we're
Yeah.
kind of just lay people, right? We don't
Right.
know fashion, like real haute couture, high fashion.
Yeah.
It's different when people go to like New York Fashion Week and are more into.
They're more in that world.
Yeah, they're more well versed in
Yeah.
the art type of, but here it has to also kind of appeal to
the masses.
The masses, yeah.
You're the masses.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting culture exercise because you're high fashion. Obviously, nobody wears these even to a wedding, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're shown to millions and millions of people that are going to judge it, and they have to be kind of pleasing to those people, obviously. So it's a fascinating exercise, I find. I watched some of the red carpet for the interviews, but also noticing all the little dresses and the suits the guys were wearing, and the people are asking, who are you wearing, and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun exercise. Okay, anything else?
It looks really fun to be glammed up.
Yeah.
And have something. I mean, a lot of these are custom pieces, so they work with a designer.
I wonder what happens to these dresses after. You don't wear it.
Yeah, that's true.
They store it or something?
Yeah, maybe it goes in the archives.
Yeah.
Or they become part of a museum. They wore this when they won this Oscar in some kind of Hollywood museum. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting, the fashion and the art of the Oscars. But overall, did you just a quick side note, did you enjoy the Oscars in terms of the movie winning and who won and all that kind of stuff?
I'm not that into the
I'm not a movie buff.
Yeah.
I
think I really just watched it to see what people were wearing.
Yeah.
And to see if anything would happen, anything dramatic would happen.
Okay, well,
I know the big wins,
everything,
everywhere, all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll do a video later with the big guy about sort of Asians winning this year. It was a big year for obviously Asians, the Chinese crowd winning, immigrant story winning, and I think that's a lot to be said about that. And watching Michelle Yeoh grow up, in terms of when I watched her, she was in Police Story, when she was in her 20s, and now. 4 decades later, winning the Oscar for Best Actress, being the first Asian American or Asian woman winning it is a very big deal. And so a lot of comeback stories as well, with Brendan Fraser and things like that. So it was an interesting Oscar that way. I think the presentation of the Oscars they tried to keep it pretty safe this year, considering what happened last year. So I would think it was a pretty heartwarming Oscars.
Yeah.
It was pretty
nothing crazy. It was just, I think, what you would expect of.
Right.
They tried to move it along with decent jokes, not over the top, insulting jokes. Nobody wanted to be punched on stage, so that was
very
that.
PC.
All right. Anyways, thank you for watching and enjoying the Oscars with us. Until next time, please keep watching things. Hopefully, you can like and comment and subscribe to this channel. We're also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all those fun things. But thank you, Jackie and Tanya, for being with us. And until next time, see you later.